Hi. In this video, we are going to learn about line management. So in terms of line management, what we have to understand is there are a few terms. We have measurement unit, which is basically used only if you have a measurement unit for the products that you are using. Generally, we just give the word NA here, both for unit type and unit name. Next, we have packaging hierarchy. This is usually used in case of goods which we buy as a bulk package and then sell as individual pieces. For most of the projects, as of now, we just use NA here. So you can just say add new packaging hierarchy, type in NA here. Measurement unit is required, so you need to pick that up and then click on save. You will have the packaging hierarchy. The company variant is usually used in cases where the company will have different areas of business. For example, if I'm an auto dealership, I might have one wing of my company that takes care of selling the vehicles and a totally different wing that does the servicing. But ultimately, the payroll and some of those things fall into the same system, while the products, right, the buying, selling part of a service based organization is going to be different from a car selling organization. So to kind of maintain that variation, we can use company variants. If you have a company variant, go ahead, put the category name as well as the category code. Both can be the same value also. Then comes line hierarchy. Hierarchy is basically the parent classification that you would use for for the different goods that are there. For example, in this company, the company variant is ecom. For that company variant, for this organization, the line hierarchy includes electronics. And again, for electronics, there are two subline hierarchies called laptops and mobiles. To add a new line hierarchy, go ahead, click here, hierarchy name. And if you want, you can click on external shared if you are kind of using an external API to communicate with this, and click on save. To add a new child hierarchy to an existing parent hierarchy, you can click here and then you can say television and copy the same thing for description and then click on save. You can see below electronics, within electronics, which is a parent hierarchy, you have laptops, mobiles, and television. Often than not, the goods that you select will belong to one of the child hierarchies. Okay, now that you have created this, the next one is universal line. A universal line belongs to a line hierarchy and describes a particular object, right? Particular item that you want to sell in terms of its brand name, its basic usage, right? Things like that, basic category, things like that. So, for example, these are all different versions or different universal lines for laptops, right? You can see here the generic line hierarchy. If you want to add a new universal line, click here. You have to give the name of the universal line. So, I will say compact, opta, 1232. Okay, so this can be anything. That's the name of the universal line. You can add additional description if you want. Most of the time we just put the line name as the description and click on external shared. Now it is very important when you create a universal line that you select a line hierarchy. All right, once you select the parent line hierarchy, you must select a child line hierarchy. So since this is a laptop, we selected this and you select a company variant. In this case, there's only one, so you select ecom and then we click on create. So once we click on create, as you can see, this new universal line is created. Now, once you create a new universal line, you can go ahead and create custom lines under it. Custom lines are more like, there's the same laptop is there in green, blue, or white color. It has different memory capacity. So custom lines actually represents items that you can buy or sell, right? These are your direct source of revenue. So I can add a custom line here. Please remember, when you add a custom line, the custom line must belong to a universal line. So you must select an existing universal line. Once you select the existing universal line, the line hierarchy will automatically get populated. The category will also get automatically populated. Once you do this, so the category for the line, universal line, can be either goods or services. Then you have two things that you need to look at: acquisition list and sell list. In the acquisition list, you put buy or produce. Supposing it's something that you produce in-house, you would select produce. If it's like a package for something, or if it's some kind of a service you do, you would usually say produce. If something that you are acquiring from outside, you will need to keep track of the acquisition part and the selling part. So that is why you use the byline. The byline name is like this, but you can change it to, you know, green 264. You can change it like this. You must select a packaging hierarchy whenever you create the custom line, both for the byline and the cell line. These are optional fields which you may or may not use. Similarly, in the cell list, again, the name should be ideally should be the same. So this is the cell line, green 264 GB. Once we have this here, select the packaging hierarchy. And then when you click save, now two lines will be created. If you want to create more lines, you can always click here and create more. But here right now, two lines will be created. You can see that two lines are created here. They belong to this universal line. There's one byline and one cell line created. So this is a basic idea behind the custom lines. Okay, and how we can create this by using the already present interface.